Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Friday. Oh, I don't know if about you, but it came up quick. It was sneaking up. I don't know. But you know what I'm ready for? I'm ready for the snow to move right on. Go away, snow. I am ready for the sunshine.
Mhm.
Who was it? Gil Scott Heron? Everybody loves the sunshine. I'm ready for it to be here, and I'm ready for the clock to change so that we have more of the sunshine. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, speaking of sunshine, I wanna see all of your sunshiny faces at where come on now with the Women's Leadership Forum. You
Mhm.
here today are on the Women's Leadership Forum live platform on Facebook, on YouTube, and today we are welcoming you. My name is Colette Coakley. I'm the Vice President of Human Resources for Maryland Public Television. And I'm also the founder of the Women's Leadership Forum. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we bring things to you that you would want to know that helps you to make informed decisions about yourself. And that's really what the Women's Leadership Forum is all about. It's about uplifting each other, making sure that we encourage one another, pull each other along, reach back and get somebody and move them where? Forward. We're trying to move everybody forward,
Mhm.
because this pandemic has some of us just standing still. And so we can't afford to do that. First of all, we're women. We're great. We're courageous. We're outstanding. We're dynamic. We're not meant to be static. We're meant to
Sure.
keep on keeping on, as they say. And so I'm encouraging you all to come to the Women's Leadership Forum and find another friend, find a partner, because we're going to find out shortly that my guest here is running a network room. What? Running a network room. And what
Mhm.
will that entail? That'll entail you meeting somebody new. And the people that you are going to meet, you're going to end up encouraging each other to do better, to go farther in your careers, to go farther in your communities, because that's important too. So the Women's Leadership Forum is not just this career coaching event. It is actually for you as an individual. As an individual, you may be a stay at home mom, right? And you want to run for a particular office. It might be just the community leader. Okay.
Mhm.
Here's what we're here to do, to encourage you to say, hey, what are your skill sets? Can you use them to your advantage to get you to go further, faster in whatever it is that you want to do? So the Women's Leadership Forum, it's a 3-day event. It's virtual. And no, you don't have to sit there all 3 days and what? Stare into the camera. We're not trying to get you to do that. One, we want you to be interactive with us. So we've got a lot of things to chat about in our chatting platform. And our moderators, our keynote speakers, oh my gosh, they're going to encourage you to have conversation, because that's what we're built on, having kind of conversation, being an unconferenced forum, and having that interaction that is key. That is key for getting us ahead.
Mhm.
So we have a lot of workshops you can pick and choose from. We have things for internships, with scholarships, apprenticeships. We talked about that this week. And if you're a writer, we want you to join us and talk about how you get the things that are in your head out on paper. We're talking about communication. And for some of us, we need to learn more about our finances. And
Mm.
so Wilton Bank is a sponsor, and they're going to come and talk to us about finances. And oh my gosh, this week, oh, let me move in a little bit closer. I gained a new partner, and it is to your benefit. It's a new old partner, but they came in at the last minute, and I am so grateful. The Department of Housing and Community Development has partnered with us to talk about what, that whole rent thing and the whole eviction. That is on a lot of people's mind during this pandemic. And so they're here to not only talk about that, but to talk about pathways for home ownership. What do you do during this time? Is it a good time to refinance, or is it a good time to purchase a home? You hear a whole lot of different information, but what you will say is that you got it firsthand at the Women's Leadership Forum, but you got to register. And so where do you register? I'm trying to get it up here for you. It's right down on the bottom there, scrolling across. That was my new tool this week. It's scrolling right across the screen. You will register at forwardwlf.org, or you can find us through our hashtag forwardwlf. Now, last night, one of my friends said I talk too much during these sessions. And I didn't go beg your pardon. I know that you want to hear our guests, but you're going to want to hear me first, because I'm going to tell you right here. Let's see if I can do this right. Right here.
Ooh.
Can you see that, audience? Am I showing it well enough? Yeah, somebody said take it out. Okay. Now, you might think that this is a potion, and to some it is. To some, it is. Yeah, I'm getting it right. It's two of these. Okay? And guess what? I still got these.
Wow.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I always like the protection thing. So some of you want to know, what is that? When y'all taking that mask off, where do you put it? On the table? No. Here, you put it right in the bag here. You carry it along with you. Don't put it on the table. So I have 3 prizes I'm giving away. And I'm not giving them away individually. It's a pack. This is a prize pack. What they call a prize pack. Woo, I can't get it all in there. That's just how much it is. Woo. Okay. But you gotta, what to say, play to win. And so the way that you will get this is you gotta listen to the end. Ha ha ha. You have to listen to the end, because then I'm going to tell you how you can be the winner of all 3 things. Now, some of you have a little blurry screens, so you want to know what is the first thing that I put up here. The first thing that I put up here is tea. And we have sponsors. I don't know if that's coming out right, but it's Couples Tea House. Couples Tea House has generously given us things to put in our swag, but you could be the first to receive this. You could be the first to receive this as a prize if you listen to the end, right? So not only will you have your tea, you have to bring your own cup, but you will have a method of brewing your tea. You can go back and you can stream us, and you can take your mask off and put it in the pouch here and not on the table. So we're going to give all that away at the end of today's program. So today is all about self-care. And that prize pack will help you to relax and to listen to your body, view us. We're going to talk in a calm voice today, and we're going to focus on self-care. Now, I got a surprise for you all after I introduce our guest. Our guest is Miss Kisha Hicks. It's Kisha Hicks, y'all, from the Elevateher. The Elevateher. And Miss Hicks is a coach, and she's been coaching us on self-care. That's what we focus in on every first Friday of the month. Now, here, I not only have 1 bottle, but I also have, well, it's got a little bit in here, but we're not going to count that. I have bottle number 2, which is 2 more bottles than I've been used to drinking in a short period of time. I've been trying to do better. with my own self-care and taking breaks and trying to figure out what my Zen is. Look, I even Zen Me Creations. Okay? Zen Me Creations. You can't see this, but look, rose water. Rose water to be fresh. I'm not trying to do a stick here, but what I'm trying to do is say to you is that we have to take time to take care of ourselves, right? Right? Miss Kisha Hicks. So I welcome you to the Women's Leadership Forum once again. Thank you for joining us.
I am happy to be here. And listen, I'm so glad that you got your water.
I got it in.
Come on through.
I got it in.
Yes, I love it because, last month we were talking about just some really quick things that you could do. And one of them was thinking about what you needed. And so, so I appreciate and I applaud you for thinking like, you know what? I need my rose water. I need to speak in a calm voice. Calm voice. I need to drink some water. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're in a new month. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. So in a new month, we can do things in a new way.
Right.
In the cliche, we can march forward. Right. We're gonna march forward because it's with our feet, but we're not gonna be really talking about your feet. But we're gonna march forward in a fresh way.
In a fresh way.
Because here's the thing. So what if February didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen? Right. So what, you didn't get all your self-care in like you wanted to. But guess what? You're here now. You got a new month to move forward, right? So put your feet in gear and let's go, right? Get your feet in place and let's go.
Yeah, get your feet in place and let's go.
Let's go, right?
Okay.
So it's all about, first and foremost, the focus. You get what you focus on, right? So if you want to focus on good, healthy habits when it comes to like drinking your water, wearing your mask, doing those things that are going to keep you healthy so that you can enter into the spring, I say do it, right? But you got to make sure that you're focusing on those things, right? So what is it that you need? Personally, I've been pushing back from the quarantine snacks.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm just going to say one thing. If you eat a whole bag of Skinny Pop like me,
it don't count. It don't count. It doesn't count. But that was my big thing. My big thing was I got on the scale and I wasn't happy with the number. But what I decided was, for me, it wasn't that I was going to run out here and be running laps around my neighborhood or on a treadmill. I was just going to make some conscious choices, some more healthy choices. So part of it was putting down my quarantine snacks. Now, another thing I did was I got rid of coffee. I was an avid coffee drinker. I'm a tea person. So when you was up there with that tea, I was like, ooh, yes. Tea is my thing now. And I'm one that I have a morning tea and I have an evening tea because I'm fancy like that.
Ooh, fancy. Ooh.
I'm fancy with my pinky up. I'm fancy.
Yes.
But the thing is again, it's what are you focusing on? I will tell you that I've been also focused on how much sleep I get.
Okay.
As women, we should be getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night. 7. Yep. I said it right. Heart health. And everything else, right? So we should be getting 7 hours. And here's the thing, even more so for your health. Think about your mind. Give your mind a break. Some of y'all sleep and your mind is still working.
Yes.
Right?
You running all through your mind.
All through your mind. But the thing is that really make it a conscious habit to get your sleep, get your rest. Because rest is also how your body is able to rejuvenate, how your mind is able to rejuvenate, right?
Yeah.
So really be focusing on your rest this month. So if 7 hours is a push, try 6. If 6 is a push, try at least a cool 5. That's all I'm saying. At least try to get it in. And if you can tuck off somewhere and get you a quick little power nap, a 15, 20-minute power nap sometime, try it, right? The thing is that you want to give yourself time to just kind of calm down and relax. Your body needs to relax, right? The other thing that we want to do is we want to rise up to the occasions now, right? There's a new month. Ain't no shrinking back, right? Things are coming brand new. The spring is coming. The flowers are going to be coming out. So listen, I want you to bloom too. So which means that you have to rise up to the challenges.
We have to rise up.
We have to rise up. And that's what we're going to learn about too, right? In the Women's Leadership Forum. That's what we're going to learn about.
In the forum, we're going to rise up.
We're going to learn how to rise to the occasion, how to stand in our authority, how to stand in our power, how to stand in our greatness, and stop letting things like imposter syndrome and all those other things mess with your mind and cause you to talk yourself out of things that really probably are good for you in this season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I want you to think about the energy that you bring into situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Energy, you got to shift your energy, right? You have the power to transform any situation, any atmosphere that you're in, all based on the energy in which you bring to it, right? So if you want to have a great day, make sure your energy says that, right? Do the things that you need in order to have a great day, even if that means, hold on, let me get 5 minutes by myself so I can check my energy and get my
Yeah.
attitude together, right? So many of us need to do that. We need to put ourselves in timeout sometimes just to get our energy together. Because here's the thing, people feed off of each other's energy, right? And so if I come in here like, then
Yeah,
what you
right.
gonna, right? So it's like, what's the energy that you're bringing into a space? And
Yeah.
make sure that you're checking that energy, right? Because that energy is all about your self-care too. So if you know, we all know ourselves and we know when something ain't right with us. So my thing is check your energy. And then here's the thing, think about your speech too. What are you saying? Most importantly, what are you saying to yourself? Are you in negative self-talk land? I made a pact with myself this month. No negative self-talk. No negative self-talk, because what will happen is it'll be
What's
that
that?
loop.
Before you go on, what does that look like? What does
That's,
that talk
you
look
know
like?
what? I'm telling you what, it's something simple. Sometimes we don't think about it. It's like using words like only and just. Well, I'm only this. I'm
Yeah.
only a secretary. I'm only an admin. I'm only this. I'm just this. I only just have, right?
Mhm.
So essentially what you do when you use those types of words, you limit yourself, right? You limit yourself to what this line that you've created for yourself. And because of that, you then think you can't go higher than that, right? So you've essentially put a barrier on yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you start talking about yourself in that negative way. So now for this month, being a fresh new month, take the limits off. Take the limits off of what you're saying to yourself about yourself.
Mhm.
If you aren't in the affirmations, you should be, right?
Mhm.
Affirm yourself. May sound goofy. You ain't got to say it out loud, but sometimes I recommend saying it out loud, specifically to somebody, because then you'll hold yourself accountable for it, right? But it all talks about, it's about what are you saying to yourself? Because here's the thing, you'll believe more about what you say to yourself than most people, what
Mhm.
most people say about you, right? So make sure you're saying the right things. And then also watch how you're speaking to other people, right? People can frustrate the mess out of you because of communication issues,
Ooh, 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 ooh,
right?
ooh. We
But
had a
what
little session on that. Go
we
ahead.
it is true, right? But what we have to remember is that everybody comes from somewhere and everybody somewhere is not the same. And so because of that, everybody speaks differently. So just as much as you want to be understood, when you're speaking, also make sure that people are able to understand you and that you are understanding them. It's a two-way street, right? Don't always just trying to push your opinions and push your point. Make sure that you're understanding, right? And I'm not saying be a doormat and let people run over you. No, but actually empathize with people, because you got to remember everybody is coming from a different place and it may not be the same place as you. And then last but not least, check your habits. Do you have the habits that you need in order to set you up for success this month?
Mm.
Or are they not so great habits, right? Are your habits one thing, like things like your morning routines that perhaps even include you putting you as a priority first thing in the morning, right? Or do you have a routine where, like me, where at the end of the evening, I sit down with my cup of tea and I write a little bit about what's on my mind,
Mhm.
right? What are your habits? Are you setting goals for yourself every day? Right? Or are your habits one where they're causing you to procrastinate, to run behind, to stress you out? Some of our habits, our own habits, stress us out.
Ooh, ooh,
I
ooh,
know I
ooh,
said
ooh,
something to somebody. I don't know. But
ooh.
it's true though. So the thing is, bottom line is this month, we need to be moving forward. Put your feet in place, right? And put one foot in front of the other and just start moving forward. And here's the thing. So what if you have a bad day? That's what happens, right? Sometimes we're going to have a bad week, but the thing is, rebound from it.
Mhm.
Don't let it be the place in which you live. Keep moving forward. and join us as we talk about more moving forward. I'm so excited about the leadership
Yeah,
forum.
yeah. I want to I also want to add one, which is, we are in a WFH mode.
Mm-hmm.
Work
Yes.
from home mode. And some of us work every day in our pajamas. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we gonna have to move that forward,
Mm-hmm. Get
because that
dressed.
sometimes can affect your attitude, right?
You can. And you know what? Also, when we're working from home, sometimes we don't take the breaks that we need.
Mm.
We some of us thought, oh well, I'm cutting my commute time down, so that's that. But sometimes you needed that commute,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you needed to be able to get up from your office or cubicle or wherever you worked and to go to lunch. But some of
Yeah.
us will work and we'll work all day long, and before you know it, boom, right?
Boom. It's eight
And
o'clock.
it's 8 o'clock, and you looked up and it's like, man, okay, did I even eat lunch? I don't
Mm-hmm.
even want to know what lunch was, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then there's that challenge of the balance. And so if you're not living at home and by yourself and you got everybody else in your house, how are you balancing that? To me, balance sometimes is a bad word. I think you got to prioritize,
Yes. Yes.
right? And so some of us are caregivers. Some of us are teachers in our own right because we got kids still at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like all these things, but you have to make sure that you are maintaining while you're working from home. Self-care
Yeah.
is really going to be hard when you're working from home.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I wanted to, share with the audience, because we haven't done this, at least with you as our guest. I wanted to share with the audience the website, your
Mm.
website, because
Mm-hmm.
first of all, it's a beautiful website.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and do I have at the first page?
You
No.
do have it on the homepage. That is the
Okay.
homepage. Yep.
Thank you. And so, I'll scroll down and you could take us through a little bit of it.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is just the homepage. And I love it because the tagline up there says your elevation requires your participation. And that is true. Anytime you're trying to go anywhere, you have to participate in that. No one else can do it for you. It is all about you. So everything that the Elevateher stands for is helping you to elevate, but it requires your participation and sometimes your agitation and your frustration. But that's a whole nother story.
And again, your main focus, your main focus are on women, right?
Yes, the main
Okay.
focus is on women. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it just breaks down and talks about, have you ever? I love playing have you ever. And so it talks about, well, have you ever had this type of scenario where you've been the new kid on the block? Have you ever tried to find mentorship or a coach and you just didn't know what to do? You got your career goals, but you don't know how to work them out. So what it does is just tells you that, you know what, purpose led you here. Some kind of way there was a purpose. And so you've ended up here and let us help you do the rest. There's an invite there to schedule a virtual coffee chat with me. I invite people to schedule a virtual coffee chat with me. Let's talk about your career goals. That's what that
And
first page.
and they don't have to. You are in where?
In Nashville.
You're in
Hmm.
Nashville, but they don't have to be in Nashville, right?
Absolutely not. I got clients spread out all over the country now.
Okay.
Hmm.
And here's
So
your
then
services.
a little bit about the services, career coaching, some job search support, interview and salary negotiation coaching. Most importantly, the main thing, right? Let the main thing be the main thing. The main thing is the group training and speaking engagements that I do.
And you have some things that are regular,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. Right now, I am working on, there's a workshop that is a free workshop that I do twice a month. It is called Secrets to Navigating Your HR Path. So it is specifically for those that are trying to break into HR, thinking about, I'm early in my HR career, what do I do? Or I'm kind of somewhere early, but not quite as early as the first day, but I'm still trying to figure out how to transition. What do I do in that space? So yeah, that's the program. That's a free
Okay.
workshop that happens.
So let's go back. Let's make sure that our audience members know again. If you could go through those tips again, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. So it's all about, think about it in the term, the acronym FRESH, right? We're starting fresh for this month. We're putting our feet forward, right? We're marching forward. So the thing is all about your focus. making sure that you have something to focus on when it comes to your self-care, whether that's all about, your mental self-care, your physical self-care, whatever that is, find a focus. The R is all about rising up to the challenges, rising up to the obstacles, putting ourselves in places where we can stand in our authority, stand in the greatness that we are, right? The E is all about your energy. Think about the energy that you're bringing into a space. What is your energy? Check your energy. All right. The S is all about your speech. What are you saying and how are you saying it? Right. And are you understanding what other people are saying? Right. So it's all about your speech. And then the H is all about your habits. So make sure that you're checking your habits and that your habits are propelling you forward this month.
Wow. Well, I tried to do my best, and I put that all in the chat so that people would follow it and make sure that they're on their focus, that they're concentrating on their energy, right?
Yep.
They're
rising up.
Rise up, energy, speech, and their habits. Mm-hmm. And all of that is giving them a fresh start for the month of February, right?
Right? March. We in March.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what?
We're gonna leave February where it was. We're gonna leave, but you know what? It's because we're working from home and the quarantine and days are running together. That's all it is.
Friday, right?
And it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All for the month of March. Because guess what, people? Guess what? We are marching right on in to the Women's Leadership Forum, right? March 18th through the 20th. Here you can find Kisha Hicks. And let me just tell you, one of the things that she is in charge of, not just the fresh stuff, but the freshest stuff, which is trying to get us to network. So at the Women's Leadership Forum, we're asking that you network with other women so that you can help each other rise up, right? You can feed off of each other's energy, not only through seeing one another, but through your speech, right? Right? And so we want to make sure that all of that is being done. And guess who's leading that? Miss Kisha Hicks. And so there'll be one-on-one sessions there. There'll be group sessions. There'll be opportunity for you to schedule to meet the people that you would love to meet. Why? Because we want you to develop different habits. Not that all your habits are bad or poor, but add some brand new ones that will help propel you forward. And again, that's what the Women's Leadership is all about. Trying to give you new tools in your toolbox, get you to meet people who you haven't met before, like Miss Hicks. I didn't know Miss Hicks before. When did we meet?
Back in the early winter, maybe?
In the early winter?
Late fall? I don't know. Yeah.
We had conversation. Mm-hmm. Yep. And what you helped me to do is see, I said February, it was March. That we learned through our mistakes and we rise
right on up. That's right.
On up to the occasion, right? And we're still speaking to one another, and we'll have new habits going forward. So it's going to be worth your while to attend the forum, and you can find it. You see the little crawl down on the bottom. You can find how you can participate in the forum, and you can register for the forum through forwardwlf.org or finding us through our hashtag forwardwlf. Now, we didn't have many questions in the chat, and we didn't have a lot of chatting going on. But I know that you all are saving that for when you do come to the forum, right? Because we're going to be chatting. We will chat with you. We're going to chat with each other because Kisha and I, we're going to encourage one another. We're going to encourage one another just to do well in the forum, that we're going to check on one another to make sure we're doing okay. and that we have self-care going on along the way, right? So what I'm encouraging you to do is you're already on your computer or on your phone. And so register for the forum because it's where the action will be. It's where a lot of women who have already signed up. We have over 500 women, 500, 600 women who have already signed up for the forum. And we want you to be in, as they say in church, be in that number, right? So I invite you to come. I invite you to have a good time because the energy is going to be high. And we want to share that with you. And so with that, I'm going to tell you how you can win this prize, along with this prize, along with this prize. So I'm asking, after we sign off, to go to the chat and let me know who our moderator is. I fooled you because you thought I was going to say our keynote speaker. But tell me who the moderator is.
Wow.
And if you can answer that, guess what? We're sending this. Wait a minute. I know Vanna White. I'm Colette Black here. But I'm going to send this. Send this. And because I always want you all to be COVID free, I'm sending all of that to your home. So again, in the chat, I'm looking for you to put who is the moderator. And so while you're doing that, Miss Kisha and I are gonna can we? No, I don't have this right. How come I can't virtually? It's this way. High five, girl. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And we're going to wave off. We're going to wave off to our audience and we're going to wish them a good weekend. Continue to mask up, wash your hands, and be socially distant so that we can see you all at the forum. I'm looking for a winner now. Don't forget, I'm looking for a winner so that I can mail this stuff off because I can't keep all this in my house, y'all. All right. Bye. See you next time. Thank you, Kisha.
No problem. Thank you. See y'all.
All right. You were great. Thank you.